This video is a Vernmenting container revealing video, one of the many I'll be doing as I teach the art of Vernmenting. Vernmenting, once again, is a new vermiculture method designed specifically for urban living. In this video, I'll be opening up two Vernmenting bins that contain household compost I started on 11/5/2017. Today's reveal date is 12/5/2017, so we're 4 weeks into the Vernmenting process. About 3 to 4 weeks left to go. I think 8 weeks is a good time frame for most organics to be turned into fully completed worm castings. This depends on what you're fermenting and how many worms you add into the bin. As the video plays, I'll be rambling on with some important information pertaining to fermenting. I'll be posting my fermenting results, of course, here on my Eve Growing YouTube channel and Facebook page, and also I'll be posting on a new fermenting Facebook group I've just started. This group will be dedicated specifically for fermenting, for people who want to experiment with fermenting, and it is my hope they'll want to share their findings with this group. People who share my enthusiasm for fermenting and understand all the possible positives this unique vermiculture method holds for urban life and for the planet as a whole. I feel fermenting addresses many problems found with traditional residential vermiculture, and once mastered creates even more worm castings in less time. I'd like to address a few questions asked of me in the different vermiculture groups I'm a part of. I'm happy some people are already experimenting with fermenting and composting rolls, as well as power composting. One question asked is that the composting rolls need to have holes in them in order for the worms to go inside. This is not necessary, as the worms will enter the rolls in due time. One thing I've noticed with fermenting is after you've packed your fermenting bin, added your worms, and then capped it, the worms go through a stage where you feel as if the worms may reject the whole container altogether. There's a time frame of about 1, possibly 2 weeks where they're getting accustomed to their new environment. You feel a need to check on them to make sure all is all right, even though fermenting is all about packing it and leaving it. Like something you bake or ferment, fermenting, once mastered, has a specific time frame when the process is complete, and you shouldn't have to mess with it till that time. Like some organic household appliance, working on most, if not all your organic materials, fermenting is silently working for you, turning all that so-called waste into awesome soil amendments. So with fermenting, these little red dragons really have no choice. They either eat what's fed to them or starve, as nothing gets in and nothing gets out of the fermenting bin. In the end, I find they eat whatever's fed to them if you follow the correct steps, and eventually they accept the bin wholeheartedly, entering all the rolls and consuming them from inside out. Towards the middle to the end of fermenting, they start breeding and laying eggs. Babies are born. The fermenting bin again is always wholeheartedly embraced. The end results clearly show. So there is no need to poke holes into your composting rolls, although it doesn't hurt if you choose to do so. Another question was, is there a subfloor at the bottom? And the answer is yes. But there's another way to build your bin that allows for no subfloor. As promised, my fermenting bin will be revealed very shortly. A hands-on, how to build video showing the different ways I build my particular bin will follow. Know that you can retrofit any container for fermenting. The composting rolls, as I've said in other videos, is the key. I feel they add just the right nitrogen and carbon, eliminating any of the guesswork between the two, and are beneficial for urban farming on many levels. And we'll be talking about this more in upcoming videos. If you do worm farming, experiment with a few composting rolls for yourself. Rather than shredding your paper or cardboard, shred your compost and roll it into a carbon or paper. Then add the duff or similar material on top. I think you'll find less fruit flies, less problems, and spend less time checking your worm bins. As you can clearly see, fermenting defies what we know to be true with traditional vermiculture. These worms are not just top feeders, as they eat their way down to the bottom, consuming everything, leaving only their castings. Fermenting can be done in places where you wouldn't normally do vermiculture. inner city apartments, condos, anywhere, because fermenting again eliminates many problems usually associated with traditional residential vermiculture. Imagine a world where our children are taught early on how to manage their own organic materials. If we could manage them where we live rather than sending it out for other people to manage for us. The money and resources we could save if we thought of all of our waste as a valuable resource rather than something to be thrown away. If you want to be a part of this unique vermiculture experiment, go to my Facebook link below and join our Vernmenting group. Vernmenting is just another arm of the Eve growing concept that is also designed specifically for urban living. That's all I have for now. Again, this has been a Vernmenting container opening video, one of many I'll be doing on the different things I've been fermenting. From my own compost you see here, to some roadkill that I've been experimenting with, to my own poo, I'll be doing some more fermenting, revealing videos on the different things I've been fermenting, and I'll talk about what I've been doing with the different castings that have been produced by this unique vermiculture process. So subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like what you see. Join my Eve Growing Facebook group, as well as this new fermenting group if you want to get involved with vermiculture. I think this is a great way for the urban dweller to get involved in vermiculture. This fermenting method is a great way to do so. So I look forward to growing up together, and that's all I have to say. God bless. Over and out. Enjoy the rest of the video.